And besides, don't worry, it works. I'm sad because my points. And okay, don't worry, it's part of what we're going to talk about. You that you're crying at the end of the day. Salah pop for Liverpool.
Did he pop? I didn't captain him. Let's start.
Oh, but you did well now. You scored 31 now. I mean, did I go and put the wrong? I
I
mean,
scored
you scored
71.
71.
Is that well? When people are getting 100 plus, please. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of the Empty Stands podcast. I'm your host, Reward, joined by my co-host and Cam. How's it going, bro?
I'm sad. I'm tired. I'm tired of red arrows. But yeah, we remain hopeful, man. We keep going. How you doing?
I'm not doing well either. I mean, we both wildcarded, and yeah, it didn't go as planned. We captained. I think I captained the wrong guy. I don't know who you captained, but I captained.
We'll
I captained the
let's,
wrong guy, and in a game week where everybody's scoring hat tricks, I'm like, I don't know.
let's jump. Let's jump right into it.
Yeah,
Let's.
let's just get right into it.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow. You Captain Palmer.
I decided to play my wild card, and my big head decided to go with Palmer. Well, I don't think I was the only one who did that. Over 2 million managers cap. He was the second most captain player,
Oh
and
wow.
he didn't blank, but he got 6 points.
What did you guys see that we did not see?
It's typical Chelsea. I mean, when you expect them to perform, they don't. I mean, yeah. So I wildcarded. Let me just read out my team for people who are listening on the podcast. So in goal, I have Flecken. That last 94th minute goal. Oh my god. I was so happy. Flecken was on like a 8 points haul, and from nowhere, who did they even play against? Southampton. A goal
Yeah,
that had no meaning. Like, why did they have to score? Yeah. it was
that's
it was
four.
3-0. Like, it was so clean, so easy. And then from nowhere, Southampton just got a useless goal and just anyways. So I had Flecken and goal, 3 points. Robinson
Mm-hmm.
with 4 points. Robinson just keeps, I mean, we just have him for the assists. He doesn't keep clean sheets, but he keeps getting assists. So Robinson with 4 points. Gabriel, I don't know why I
Hmm.
started. I don't know why I started Gabriel, honestly. But it was looking like it was going to be a clean sheet till Declan Rice decided to be Declan Rice. I had
Hmm.
Gabriel with 2 points. Trent with 6 points. Amazing. The Liverpool defense. Wow. Trent with 6 points. Morgan Rogers, who everybody I don't
I test.
I
I
didn't
test.
start I didn't start the bandwagon, but this is the classic case of
It's
I
that
test
button.
versus stats, and stats is just I don't know. Rogers he's been useless. He just looks so good and drops 2 points every game. I spoke about Palmer, Captain Palmer, 12 points. Saka got an assist, 6 points. I'm very happy with my differential, Semenyo. He got me 6 points. And then
Hmm.
I had Mo Salah with 17 points. I should have captained him, but in hindsight.
Yeah.
Another differential, Wisa, because I couldn't get to Mbeumo. So I
Hmm.
decided to go with Wisa, 8 points.
Good choice.
Another disappointment, Watkins. How that was even an assist, I have no idea because I don't think his leg touched that ball. But I'll take the 5 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on my bench, I had João Pedro with 8 points. I feel like almost everybody benched him. Yeah, so 8 points, João Pedro. Rico Lewis, too, who I thought City were going to concede, but I didn't know he was going to give an assist. So I benched him, 6 points. Nedeljkovic with his usual 1 pointer. So in total, I got 71 points. It wasn't, I mean, the game week average was 64 points,
Hmm.
and I had some, but it felt like a high game week. I saw lots of people with over 80s, over 90s. So it felt really underwhelming because I wildcarded. So, but I'm pretty happy with my team. Well, If anyone noticed, I took out Haaland. I stubbornly took out Haaland, and yeah, I agree that was a mistake. Um, yeah, that was a mistake. But I mean, I've done the deed, so I might as well just write it out. So yeah, I won't be bringing back Haaland, even though he looks like he's going to keep scoring hat tricks every game week. So yeah, so that's my team. Let's hear yours.
Okay, so I mean, it's so ironic and funny because I remember we were speaking over the weekend and you were in tears about Haaland's haul and how you felt Salah was going. And I know I was speaking from a place of confidence because in my mind I was like, yeah, I had Haaland, I captained Haaland. What could go wrong? And the problem with FPL is when you look at the numbers at the end, when you look at your other terrible performers,
Yeah.
the reality comes to light. So that's what happened to me over this game week. So for the our listeners, I had Henderson in the
Did you play
goal.
a wild card? Sorry,
I didn't. I
you
didn't.
didn't.
I
Okay.
changed my mind. I changed my mind because for me, I was like, I already felt like my team was in a very bad place.
Yeah.
And the other side of it for me was the last thing I wanted to do starting the season badly in my book was to wildcard now and have the internationals come and go
Yeah.
and have those nice fixtures that come, like I think that's game week 6 or 5, and I'm not able to make a change. So I think I made that call in my head that if I need to take a hit for the next game week to get whoever I want, I would rather do that and wait till after the internationals because anything can happen. I can go and hear that one of my players or two of my players
No,
are
but that's okay. Fair enough.
yeah,
Fair
look
enough.
at Baku.
If you wildcard this week, you can still do that. I mean, you have the
Oh
whole
yeah, I can change. Yeah, I get
exactly. You have 2 weeks to make any changes you want, and of
yeah,
course, catch the price
the
rises.
price
Lots of
rises.
players have been. Haaland is now 5.2. I'm
I
screwed.
know, I know.
I'm
So
screwed.
I'm just really like just playing it by the ear. I think I might just start my wild card. I might still cancel it. I don't know, but
You can't cancel it once you've clicked it, so
oh, you can't. I always thought you could though.
no, make up your mind.
Ah, and I think for now, let's see how it goes. But yeah, I'm just running to run the guys through my team. I had Henderson in goal, 4 points. At this point, I don't even cry about him anymore. I'm like, he's a 4.5 goalkeeper. What am I really expecting? So
Yeah.
we take what we get. I had Pedro Porro, 1 point. Mazraoui, 1 point. Never again am I doing anything with my emotions in this FPL life. Never again. Of course, we know what happened over the weekend between Liverpool and Man United. But yeah, we move. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 6 points. So far this season, he's not blowing my mind. He's not convincing me. He's not because I mean I have my reasons. He cost me 7. He cost me 7.
He hasn't blanked. What else do you need?
I need him to score above average.
What is above average?
Above average is he should be giving me assists and goals from last season. Yes, that's why I'm paying. I'm not going to pay 7 million for you to come and give me clean sheets or not blank. Like that's not what my expectation is. If I'm paying, that's why I have Pedro Porro. I have Porro at.
What's the difference? Pedro Porro is 5.5
What
of
is
5
the
million.
difference between 5.5 and 7? Do you want me to pull up a calculator?
Pedro Porro got 1 point. Trent got 6 points. I mean,
my point is, in fairness to Trent, they are looking good this season.
He hasn't blanked. What else do you want?
He might continue, but if I'm going to wildcard, I think I'd rather use the funds elsewhere. But yeah, he scored 6 points. I had Hall from Newcastle scoring 1 point. It's very obvious that Newcastle this season are not the Newcastle of last season. So I've taken my L there. Smith Rowe, who I brought in, and I'm so upset because I actually had the option of going between a Smith Rowe and Mbeumo, and I don't know what it was. I wasn't listening to the noise. I was trying to blank out the noise. But look at me, I'm the one crying at the end of the day. Like I went with the bandwagon, like, ooh, everybody's getting Smith Rowe, he scored, whatever. And he gave me a nice 2 points. Then I had Diogo Jota, who my instinct told me. I did tell you on the last pod that it was
Like,
Luis Diaz for me over this guy, but
mm.
I listened to Reward again, guys, and
Wait,
I left.
you
I
wait,
would,
but you always had Jota, no?
but we had that discussion. I told you I
So
wanted
why
to
didn't you
pick
sell
him
him
up.
then if you were so sure of your
No,
list? Yes.
no, no, you don't get to play the. Why didn't you? Don't do that. Don't do that. You know where it's me. It's me. Nami mess up. I listen to you. When the Jota scored 3 points, wonderful.
Oh,
Saka 6
God.
points. Another painful emotional choice. Garnacho 2 points. Yeah, it's really a train smash for me. Isak surprisingly decided to return and scored 9 points. Whoop-de-doo. Haaland scored a hat trick and yeah, he was my captain, so he gave me
I mean, you could
34.
have been so much worse without Haaland.
I know, right? So Haaland was basically my savior for this.
Wow.
Then my bench, oh my god, everyone can clearly see. Probably the worst bench in
This
the FPL.
this team is screaming. This team is screaming wildcard.
Yeah, I
I
know,
don't know what you're.
I know, I know, I know. I don't know why I even have wings. Solanke was such a wrong choice. Baku, yeah, following the bandwagon. Yeah, I know. I had to. So I have this thing, right?
Just wildcard and save yourself. This
I have this thing, right, where Abbott Elementary is my remedy when two
okay.
things happen. When Man United lose and
Yeah.
when I have a terrible FPL weekend. What I just do is I go
Watch
and
out your elementary.
but it's the only thing that can make me laugh and
Oh my
forget
god.
the crap I've been through. But that was my team for the
Just wildcard because
yeah. So
I don't see any.
I'm
Yeah.
moving swiftly from that train smash of a team. Probably would wildcard now that I've seen it again. I think seeing it again now on the pod has made it evidently clear. But yeah, we're on the next segment where we're talking of the big hitters in the league,
Yeah.
the Haaland versus Salah debates. I've seen that some people
I think we should have changed this and it should just be Haaland and Salah because at this point, I mean,
I know, right?
yeah,
You need to
I
have both of
think
them if you can.
I think yeah, you definitely need to have both in your
You need
team.
to have both of them
I
because
mean,
it's
nobody saw this coming.
yeah.
But typically when we're doing our first drafts before game week 1, and we saw that teams that had Haaland and Salah were just so imbalanced that we felt it wasn't worth it. But I mean,
Well, it's
that
the
should have
balance that is giving us tears now.
right.
So you might as well maintain the imbalance, right?
Yeah, but for some of us who went with either or, right, at this point, and I've wildcarded already, so I don't think I can go back to it. I just have to stick with it and just hope that one of them, or in my case, Haaland, I just hope that you have to stop scoring.
No, you cannot village
there's,
people, Haaland.
there's no way this guy can just keep scoring hat tricks. Like
You can't village people. You can't village people, Haaland. Please, just leave him be. But yeah,
he's now 15.2. Like so, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Right?
oh yeah, he's the reason.
There's just like we have on the screen, we can say that Salah is 2.6 million cheaper and he's delivering same returns. So you could just go Salah and hope that Haaland, I don't know, just stops. The day he blanks, right? That's the day that people who have both of them will really feel it because it's
gonna be a big change. There'll be a major swing.
Yeah.
But I think the good thing I'm seeing after the first 3 game weeks is there have been decent differentials that have kind of been returning, and we are definitely going to touch on that as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, the main takeaway from the Haaland versus Salah discussion, like you said, it's now a Haaland and Salah situation. If you're able to have both of them, have at it. For those of you that still have your wild cards, or for those of you that have somehow been able to save 3 free transfers,
has anyone been able to do that?
I can bet nobody has done that. FPL knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They gave us something. We thought
gave us free transfers, and no one seems able to save anything.
Well, yeah, so we're ending this with both of them being on 41 points. Like Reward has said, the day one person blanks, one team or one side is going to be happy, the other side is going to be sad. Now, as I was saying, we have some performers who, and now that I look at it, Liverpool is taking the cake, man.
Right? It's clear that everybody should be tripling up on Liverpool. If you're not tripled up on Liverpool, then I don't know what game you're playing. Like,
Yeah, they're
if
really taking
I
the
mean,
cake.
there's another discussion to be had. Which players should we like in terms of tripling up on Liverpool? What three
Yeah,
players should we go with?
yeah.
Right, but definitely we need to triple up on Liverpool, like you can see on the screen. So we have Haaland on 41 points,
Okay.
Mo Salah also with 41 points. There's Bukayo Saka with 24, Alisson on 21, Trent on 20, Semenyo on 19, and then Robertson and Van Dijk on 18. Quick shout out to other Liverpool players. We have Luis Diaz on 32. Cole Palmer is on 25. Brian Mbeumo, I mean, he's on 24. Danny Welbeck, nobody saw that coming. He's also on 23. Kai Havertz is on 22. Noni Madueke on 22. Johan Wissa, 21. Son Heung-min is on 21. David Raya is on 20. Amadou Onana from Aston Villa is also on 20. So
weird, so random.
How many of these players do you have in your team?
I know, right? So random. I think it's just to take a look at that list in terms of the points tally and just pick out the best three differentials that you can add to your team to support.
Yes.
So for those of you considering having Salah and Haaland, I think we have good options in terms of the differentials. And we'll advise you grab your copy now before everybody's price goes up. Because I'm sure that's what's going to happen. But yeah, thanks Reward for giving us that additional run of players glowing in the league.
Yeah.
So now we're moving. We're still on Liverpool. Like, it's so annoying, but I can't hate on them. Like, they basically annihilated.
Right. No one saw this coming. I thought it would take a while to get into the groove of things, but he's just like, it's just been amazing.
Now that you think of it, right? I mean, it's the best kind of quote unquote handover /
Yeah, this is just perfection.
It's been one of the best managerial handovers ever I have witnessed, because I mean, a big part, a lot of what people have been saying is the team has played together for a while, they know each other. I get that, but for a new manager to come in and still kind of keep that ship running, it almost
they're not exactly playing like the gung-ho style of club. Yeah. This is more controlled. It's more, but it still have the same effect. And I can even tell you, it might be even better because they still haven't considered a goal yet in the league. So,
I think the difference so far I've seen is he's one of those managers that seems to have his own style, but at the same time he's playing to the weaknesses of his opponents, because the one thing I've seen is he's not really trying to hold the ball or keep the ball from them, but he hits them on their weaknesses. I saw that particularly because I saw the Ipswich game, and of course I saw the United game, and I saw how he was able to open up the defenses. Like, he's able to nullify their tactics, and I'm really, really encouraging everyone and myself. I'm making mental notes that you need to triple up on Liverpool. But jumping right into this,
when did Luis Diaz become so prolific?
I think last season.
Luis Diaz?
I think last season, I'm getting to my last season, I thought he was one of those players that flattered to deceive.
That's always been, I call him the Colombian Modric.
Yeah, but no, dude, no.
Luis Diaz.
No.
Come on now. Luis Diaz was
even Diaz of last season.
How many goals did he score?
I don't care, but it's not Colombian Modric. Like,
we can check the stats. I feel like Modric even outscored him last season.
No, please. I can put a wager with you that there's no way Modric
outscored him. We'll have to check that.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out.
We'll have to check that.
Those listening, our listeners, if you have that information, please let us know in the comments if you feel he's really the Colombian Modric. I seriously disagree with that. But as we can see on the screen, we've got the 5, should I say, eye test plus points performance for Liverpool. So of course the king, Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Trent, Diogo, Jota, and Robertson. And I'm just remembering that Salah actually gave us a hint at the beginning of the season when
Yeah, he said so.
yeah, when it's almost like he's even very, and I mean, he's also giving a hint at the end of the United game that this might be his last season. So, guys, I think he's smelling blood.
Of course.
So it really, really will bode well for everyone to go get him. But I mean, we touched on this on the previous slide, and we can see here from top to bottom, Salah doing really great, 41 points. Luis Diaz, 32 points. Alisson Becker, 21 points. But I am not going to spend 5.5 on a goalkeeper. So, guys, tell us what you think. Do you think he's worth giving away 5.5 or investing 5.5? We've got Trent, who have already made my feelings known. 7 million is just too much for someone to be giving me.
I feel like Trent is essential.
Can I put it into context for you? Trent, who is essential, is just 2 points away from Virgil van Dijk, bro. 2 points.
He scored a goal that it was against you guys. What if that goal stood? You won't be saying this.
So we're not doing. So FPL is now on what if? How many bonus points?
I'm just saying this.
No, I'm curious. How many bonus points do you get for what ifs? Thank you, Ruben Stoddard.
We could have been having a different conversation if that goal stood. So Trent is absolutely essential. If you don't have Trent in your squad,
guys, let us know in the comments.
I don't know what game you're playing. Trent or Robert, if not both of them, Trent and Robertson.
Robertson, essential. But even Robertson as well at 6.0, and he's on the same point.
You mean just like people are scoring 1 point and somebody's been giving you consistent 6 points and you're calling it just?
Excuse me. I think I've even made my decision now. If I'm getting
Van Dijk,
it's Van Dijk. Probably because like that's 2 million or 1 million. I can use it elsewhere.
We'll get to Mo Salah.
But dude, check it out. If anybody is trying to get real talk, if you're trying to get Haaland and Salah in your
you have to make compromises somewhere else.
Exactly. So I mean, for those of us that are trying to, if you want to be like in Kem, although that's not the best advice right now, because I'm drowning here. But yeah, we'll recommend going for cheaper alternatives. But yeah, Trent is doing all right. And we can see also
Jota has been so disappointing though.
Yeah. I think I felt that. I felt that at the beginning of the season, but I don't know why I didn't go with my guts again. But it's what it is. Then we got Szoboszlai, who in rewards words of had it been, if he was selfish and tried to score, he would have scored and we would have gotten a better how. But reward has invented had it been points. So if you want to target those phantom had it been points, you can go for
expect XG, expected points.
And now, it's all about Liverpool. So
so like you mentioned, you wanted us to compromise, right? So let's say we have just Haaland and there's really no way we can get Salah.
Yep.
Do you think Luis Diaz can
fill out?
Can suffice for So
without a doubt, because I'll take him over. Let's look at their dynamics right now. Gakpo is not starting.
Yeah,
for reasons best known to Slot. Jota is jotting things down as far as I'm concerned. Which other attacker is going to come in and
they signed Keza. I mean, so maybe that's why we've been seeing Salah playing 90 minutes for all three games, because there really hasn't been anybody to.
Keza is for Carling Cup and the other tournaments.
But now that they've signed Keza, maybe we can see some minutes, but it's still Salah. I don't think anybody.
No, it's either no. I mean, you gave the best intro, right? If you do not have Salah and you want to have a Liverpool player in your midfield, who would you put? Let me throw the question back to you.
It has to be Diaz. He's made a case for himself. Like, I didn't know he was this prolific. So he's just
Colombia Modric.
It's so exciting. But then remember, this is the international break. He's off to Colombia. Wherever.
Are you swearing for him?
I'm just saying. Flights, whatever. I mean, all those South American guys, they don't come back the same.
You think the rest of them are not flying? Do you know how many players are in one country or one
It's
exotic
different.
country right now?
It's different for South Americans. The
You don't
flight
know what they are doing. Whatever they are
so
doing behind closed
just
doors might be
beware.
more
Just know
than
that
what they're
there's
doing
a
on the pitch.
Gakpo or what's his name? Oh, that one's also a South American, so it doesn't count. Darwin Nunes, but I don't know.
Nobody is talking about Darwin Nunes. Don't mess up the pod.
Yeah,
Can
but
we?
I'm saying, what if he comes in and maybe he comes back late from the international break and
So
doesn't
guys,
start?
you have two options. There's Inkem being factual. There's what if. There's Ruben Stoddard. Ladies and gentlemen, there's Ruben Stoddard over here and his what if moments. So if you're targeting what if points, please go with what.
I'm
But
fairly on I'm fairly on the Luis Diaz hype, anyways. I'm
yeah,
on his hype train, so yeah,
totally,
definitely.
totally,
Because he
totally.
looks there's something different about him this season. So at 7.6 million, yeah, sure, why not?
I think he has seen. I mean, these guys are friends. I think he has seen that maybe Salah is already pitching his tent in Saudi Arabia next season. It's like I'm going to be that. I'm going to be him for the
Yeah,
next.
because he's just attacking everything. Like he's always at the end of everything.
Yeah, and he looks menacing as well.
Yeah, it's scary. Like we knew he always had that. He's been like a good dribbler, but the finished product wasn't there. But now that he's added that, it's incredible to see. So
Okay. So jumping into the next case we have is my man Mbeumo, who I know I slept on him. Very painful, but we move. But what do you think, Reward? How you think?
I knew he was definitely going to pop, but I just couldn't fit him in my wildcard team because I wanted Saka and I wanted Palmer. So having that with Salah, there was no way I could fit him in. So I went for the next best option.
Not a bad choice.
Wisa, but I knew he was going to hold this game week. It was just so evident. And I mean, now that Tony's been confirmed gone from the team, I feel like he's the team's talisman. He's on pens, he's on set pieces. Like I saw a joke on or something on Twitter or the X. If Mbeumo had if he had dreads or if he had if he had his hair braided. I feel like people will take him more seriously.
Yeah, they don't give. I mean, they don't give us bald guys love anymore. That's what it's about. I think it's people like Reward, people that have braided their hair that people are into. But yeah, he has some massive stats. I mean, if you're one for stats, like he has crazy stats. I think he's definitely one for the next game week. I don't think he's one of them.
He plays City next game week though, but
He's actually a wildcard team.
Yeah, City always find a way to concede. But regardless, I feel like even after the City and Spurs games, Brentford's fixtures are just great. So yeah, I would definitely get him in if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, there we have it.
Do we need to speak about this? I hate seeing this guy.
Yeah, I noticed you had him in your team. I thought you were really brave.
No, I thought I was going the right route. I was trying to be differential because really nobody has. Look at his ownership, 26%.
Yeah.
But he's just been off it. And Duran has been making a case for himself because each time he comes on, he scores.
Yep.
Right, and he's just 6 million. So I feel like I don't know if.
Well, he's 6 million though. That's
I don't know if this guy has the cojones to drop Watkins and start Duran because Duran has been making a brilliant case.
I don't think he's.
I don't think so.
I don't think. And I think, I mean, if you have reality is Watkins is a good all-round center forward, good at hold-up play, playing in the rest. I mean, the entire team is contributing, so I don't see any reason. It's not like
he keeps missing one-on-ones.
Exactly. It's not like he's not getting into those areas to score.
He just can't score. I don't know what the problem is.
So it could be a case of village people. So for those of us that are Christians, praying type people, we can just pray for him if he's in our team. I
really need him to do something because he's playing Everton at
home.
You
need him to shake. But oh, come on, dude! He's playing Everton. You're all right.
Are you sure? I mean, he's kind of flagged at the moment because he left the England camp. He and Copama, by the way.
Really?
I have no idea what that
No,
is about.
no. I mean, I think he's a wise man. Maybe
They
he
should
was
not.
thinking,
I hope it's.
yeah,
Yeah, I hope they arrest him because they
yeah,
shouldn't. I mean, because I can't afford to have two injured players in my team just after
yeah.
what.
He's wise. He has probably seen that he needs to like just take some time off and come back to what we know him for.
Yeah, the Villa fixtures, they were just too hard to resist. I mean, so Everton next, Wolves at home. So 2 home games back to back, Everton and Wolves. Then it gets better. Ipswich. So I saw those fixtures and I was like, there's no way I'm not going with Watkins. Like, the fixtures were
But
just.
it will shock you. It will shock you. Is he Ipswich? You are saying it gets better.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe not Ipswich. Should I tell you what the next one is? Maybe you agree that's better. United.
Normal. It's a carnival. You guys should get him in. He'll definitely pop. But I mean, the question still becomes. I mean, for Duran, the thing with Duran is I think he's actually expensive because Duran would have been a great substitute for like if you just had that extra like 4.5, 5, even maybe 5.5 just to keep somebody on the bench. But like spending 6 million on him and he's going to come in for the last 10. He's being used as an impact.
Yeah, but he's
striker.
been delivering, so
he's definitely returning. But like,
I mean, as you can see, he scored 14 points.
Yeah,
compared to Watkins 9. So
how much was Wisa?
Wisa was 6.1.
So you see what I'm saying. So I'm just thinking about like, won't you rather?
He's not nailed, so that's that writes him off already. So, but Watkins has to fix up because at 9 million, you need to. I mean, he's even dropped in price. That's just great. Yeah, he needs to.
He has to shake body for sure. Okay, so we've had a run of the mill of the review of the last game week. I'm not looking forward to the next game week. We're definitely going to be back to review the next game week. But what's your outlook so far?
Again, it's too quick to be reactionary and feel like your season is over. It's just game week 3. So I have 204 points overall. I'm perfectly fine with that. But I have wildcarded, but that's okay. It's just game week 3. There's still a lot of football to come. The transfer window is also over. There are a couple of players that switched, and so things might change. So look out for that. But I mean, it's when we started the season and we're like, oh, big at the back who's entered the season because of the new changes to the bonus system scoring, bonus point system scoring. But now we've seen Raya is the highest scoring goalkeeper. Of course, Alisson is also doing well. We've seen Trent and Robertson doing great. Salah, Haaland, every premium is just been amazing. So I don't know. It depends on your strategy going forward. There's definitely the case of getting Haaland and Salah, but that means you probably can get the likes of Palmer, Son, and Saka. So you just have to make compromises. I went the route of Salah, and because I wanted the other ones. So, but maybe that might. I mean, it's beaten me because Haaland's been scoring hat tricks, but I just don't see him keeping up with this scoring.
You hope.
He could shut me up because he's a cyborg. He's a robot. So I don't know, but I'm pretty happy, excited for what's to come. So just play your game. But you definitely need to wildcard. So get that wildcard done because your team is shit.
I'll pray about it.
No, you definitely need to wildcard. That team is shit. Just wildcard.
All right, cool. All right, so that brings us to the end of this week's review. Thank you, Ward, as always, for being a good sport. yeah, so let's all go back, dig in, keep an eye on the international fixtures. Not like anybody cares, but like Bruno
It's
has
game week 3. Why are we having international break at this point? Like,
they want to kill. I mean, that's a discussion for another day. They want to kill these players, definitely. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I think it's now beginning to look like that's where Chelsea might even have the edge if they're able to get their players to gel. Because I mean, they have a sardine can full type dressing room, so they might be able to actually field different sets of players for each tournament they are playing in, which might work. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just kidding. But yeah, keep your eyes out for the friendly. I mean, the UEFA Nations League and every other game that will be going on. Hopefully, the players come back without injuries.
Yeah, that's our hope. That's our hope. So,
all right. So,
guys, see you next week.
All right, guys.
Take care.
Cheers.